Hey folks, Finding Speed here. I'm back with another track guide. We've gone past the halfway point of this season in the rookie Mazda, Global Mazda MX-5, and we're here at Okayama Short. It's a really quick lap this, but it's quite an intense one. I think the racing's going to be great here this week. Don't forget to let me know how you're getting on in the comments below, and you can download and practice against my ghost car. Just go to findingspeed.com/track guides. Best of luck, folks. And if I don't see you before, hopefully I'll see you out there on the track. Cheers. Okay folks, here's my breakdown of the 59.833 in the Global Mazda MX-5 fixed setup here at Okayama Short. We're in race conditions for this week, so the track is pretty hot and we've got full race fuel. Now we're approaching turn one. Notice we're positioned as far left as we can be safely. And we're looking at these tyre marks just ahead. Also the blue cone just there too. We're going to start our braking just as we're about to hit those tyre marks. And we're going to come down to second gear and keep the car over to the left initially. Now, you'll notice that as we pass the cone and we hit second gear, I started to nudge the car into the right ever so slightly, just by tipping the wheel just the smallest bit. And what that's doing is it's shifting the weight in the car, so that when I start to come out of the brakes, because the car's already leaning over, that turn is going to exaggerate without us having to do a great deal more with the wheel until we hit the apex. And when we do hit the apex, I'm going to start steering more and get on the accelerator. We're going to exit far out over to the left. The secret there is to carry as much speed as you can into the corner. It's quite tricky. So this is a short layout. So we're taking a right here, and you can see just at the end of this sandy dirt on the left hand side of the track, we're going to turn the car in. We have come up to third gear, and again that's going to help us carry some speed in to the corner, but we're going to aim ourselves at the inside curb, the green inside curb. And as we approach, notice how gently I start to build up the brake there. Now that's because we're using steering angle on the car. If we hit the brakes really hard while we're steering into the right there, the car's gonna lose control. So we ease into the brakes. The wheel's currently quite straight. We're pointed right at the edge of this curb. And at this point, we're gonna start coming down through the gears. We're gonna come down to second, then we're gonna come down to first. And we've followed the track out towards the outside. We followed that line we were already on. And we're about 2/3 of the way across the track now. We're looking to this red and white curb on the right. That's what we want to hit. But we don't want to hit it at the start. We want to hit it about halfway through, because what we're doing here is we're creating a nice straight line between these two sets of curbs here on the right and then inside on the left ahead. And that's going to give us a good path through. So we're down to first. We gave it a bit of gas. We're back on the gas again, but we're not full bore because we want to keep the car tight to the curb for now. And then we're up into the gas. And then as we come into the curb, we're up to second gear, but we're out of the gas a bit just to keep the car stuck to the inside so we don't run out of track on exit. It's very easy to run out of track there. But the secret there is to try and ensure we're taking as straight a line as possible between those two curbs for that chicane section, so that we're not oversteering the car and we're not taking a long route around the track there. So we can see the 50 board ahead. At the 50 board, we're going to steer the car in a little bit and brake heavily in a straight line towards the inside curb. So we're braking, we're down to second, we're down to first, and you'll notice this everywhere really that we go into first gear, unless the revs are really low, that we blip the throttle. You can see the throttle's got a little kind of peak there, and that's as we switch down to first gear. If you don't do that with high revs, the rear axle will lock up and you'll lose control of the car. So that blip is going to keep the car under control while we use first gear. And we've got a real steady arc on the brake there, and we're coming out now. We're in first gear, we're tight to the inside curb. We're going to start gradually building up the accelerator. And it's quite gradual, so that we keep control of the car. We're tipping the car out to the left. We're keeping the car in first gear. And we've come out of the gas. We're going to dab the brakes, point the car into the inside, and then slowly build up the accelerator on the inside curb. We're going to keep the car over to the left, and we're looking towards the right hand side of the track, and we're looking for when the curb reveals itself, and it's just peaking now over the brow, and that's when we turn the car in. As soon as we see that curb, we're turning in towards it nice and steadily. We don't really want our right hand wheels to go over the edge of the curb. It's fine to do it, but there's a bit of a lip on that curb, and it will jump the car a little bit. It'll unsettle it, so it's best to avoid it. And we want to exit right on the right hand side, and then at the end of this green bit of curbing here where the sand is, we're going to start braking, we're going to turn down to second, and then we're going to steer the car in gently. And then at the curb, we're pretty much out of the brakes. We've trail braked in towards the inside apex, and then we're going to build up the throttle. And notice a lot of the throttle build-ups around this circuit are quite steady. You know, we're carrying a lot of speed, and we don't want to run out of track. We want to get on the throttle early, but we don't want to force the car to understeer by getting on the throttle too heavily, too quickly, thereby pushing us off the exit of the track. So that was my 59.833 here at Okayama Short in the fixed setup Global Mazda. I didn't change the brake bias. We got full race fuel, and race conditions are as they are for this week of racing. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please do give the video a like. Please do comment down below. Let us know how you're getting on. And if you want to practice against my ghost car, follow my ghost car around the track, see how I'm taking these corners firsthand. You can go to findingspeed.com/track guides, and then in the rookie section halfway down the page you can click to download my ghost car and give it a try for yourself in a test session. Best of luck folks. If I don't see you before, hopefully I'll see you out there on the track. Cheers.